family had this tradition we called stealth mode that I thought was the coolest thing ever as a kid. Whenever we heard certain sounds outside, my dad would shout, "Stealth mode activated," and we'd all scramble to turn off every light, the TV, radio, everything electronic in the house. My little brother and I would get so excited. We'd race around flipping switches and unplugging stuff. Dad made it into this competition where we'd time ourselves to see how fast we could get the whole house completely dark and silent. The rules were super specific. No talking, no moving around once everything was off, and definitely no looking out the windows. We had to sit perfectly still until Dad gave us the all-clear signal, which was him doing this weird owl hoot sound. Sometimes stealth mode would last 5 minutes. Other times we'd sit there for almost an hour in complete darkness. As kids, we thought it was amazing ninja training. Dad would praise us afterwards for being such good secret agents. He'd make it sound really important, too. "You guys are getting so good at this. Real ninjas couldn't do better." We felt like we were training for some special mission. The thing that triggered stealth mode was always the same. This really loud, obnoxious voice outside yelling, "I know you're in there, buddy," followed by aggressive knocking on our front door. Dad was really serious about us never talking about stealth mode with anyone. Not teachers, not friends, not even our cousins. He said it was top secret family business and other people wouldn't understand. I remember being around 8 and asking why we had to practice hiding so much. Dad told me there was this really annoying guy who kept bothering our family, and stealth mode was how we avoided dealing with him. That made perfect sense to me. I felt proud that we had this secret skill that could outsmart bad guys. I'd compete with my brother to see who could stay quieter during our missions. The voice outside was always the same person. This guy who sounded like he was trying way too hard to be friendly, calling Dad by his first name and saying stuff like, "Come on, man, I just want to talk, and this is getting ridiculous." Sometimes he'd stay out there for like 20 minutes, alternating between knocking and trying to peek through our windows. As a kid, I thought he was some kind of criminal trying to break into our house. Dad would get this really annoyed look during these sessions, rolling his eyes and making frustrated gestures. Mom would try not to laugh, which confused me because I didn't understand what was funny about hiding from criminals. One time when I was about 10, the guy outside started yelling about some kind of bet and $20. I whispered to Dad asking if this criminal was trying to steal our money, but Dad just shushed me really hard. By middle school, I started thinking stealth mode was kind of childish. When I was 13, I complained that I wanted to just tell the guy to go away. Dad looked panicked and told me we absolutely could not do that. That was the first time I thought maybe this wasn't just about avoiding some random troublemaker. In high school, stealth mode happened way less often, but whenever it did, I started noticing things, like how Dad would peek through the blinds with this guilty expression, or how Mom would shake her head and mutter stuff. When I was 17, I was home alone when I heard the familiar voice outside. "I know you're in there. It's been 12 years, man." Without thinking, I opened the front door. Standing there was this completely normal-looking middle-aged guy holding a crumpled piece of paper. He seemed shocked that someone actually answered. "Oh, hi there. Is your dad home?" "I'm his old college roommate." I told him Dad was at work. The guy laughed and said he'd been trying to catch Dad at home for over a decade. "Your old man owes me $20 from a bet we made in 1995 about whether the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl. I've been trying to collect ever since, but he keeps pretending nobody's home." He handed me the paper, which was some kind of handwritten IOU with both their signatures on it. That night, when I confronted my parents, Dad got all embarrassed and admitted that, yeah, he'd been avoiding his old roommate for 12 years because he was too proud to pay up on a stupid $20 bet. Mom started laughing so hard she couldn't breathe. Apparently, she'd been telling him to just pay the guy for over a decade, but Dad was too stubborn because he claimed the bet had some kind of technicality. We'd spent years playing ninja games just so my dad could avoid paying $20 to his college buddy.